Hello and welcome to round 3 of BMS, Light Hill Climb Cars. Hill climb cars are usually crazy, lightweight, high downforce monsters with a decent amount of power. Light hill climb cars are usually modified road cars and are usually driven by amateur drivers. And that's where our benchmark Bskit macro comes from. The Macro is a car that's been in production since the 90s and is a very popular hot hatch in its own right, being made from all aluminium with a semi-space frame chassis like the rest of the Bskit lineup. Combined with a responsive i3 turbo and a cheap price tag makes it a great buy-in for amateur motorsports. The most popular application for motorsports has been rally and autocross, and one notable driver has turned the Macro into this, and has been smashing records across Europe with it. Our course is out in Italy, Hill Climb Course 2 to be specific. We start with a sweeping right-hand bend just off the start line and leads into a short, fast-flowing section. This leads us into town. Narrow streets have a habit of misaligning suspension. There are a good number of technical corners through this section for extra difficulty. To escape, there is a tight hairpin that leads us into a more rougher section of road with a mix of armco barriers and stone walls lining the way. It's easy to wreck parts of the front end if you get out of line. Unfortunately, only 4 manufacturers have managed to ship their cars out to test. The following companies won't be scoring any points this round: ADA, Bolt, SJ and ADR. Inline 6 Inc. Roadster S. The Roadster S is a rear-wheel drive 5-speed manual coupe weighing in 1440 pounds and is powered by a naturally aspirated 2-litre inline 4 putting out 293 horsepower. This is Inline Inc.'s first hill climb spec car. Although the front lip is one of the weaker points of the build, Inline 6 is pleased how the final product has turned out and hopes it will be able to give its competitors a run for their money. Sundo Azure HCX. The Azure line of Sundo vehicles began production in the mid-1980s as a sister car to the more compact Teal. This model spanned 3 generations into the late 90s as Sundo aimed to cut costs and focus on its more traditional models. But with renewed aspirations, the Azure name was revived as a racing concept among which the new HCX hill climb variant was conceived. It resembled the older car in name only, sporting immense downforce and speed, powered by a 2-litre twin-turbo Boxster engine. Due to an error with our recording company, the Sundo lap seems to have been corrupted and therefore can't be shown. We can assure you that the car has run, and the driver did like the vehicle. Nakuramai Withenworks Star Venom. Star Venom started its life in an innocuous way, and Nakumi SI-7 left to rust in one of Paradise City's many junkyards. Uncared and unloved after one too many crashes in the infamous sea. It was found by a hollow-making Withenworks engineer and imported back to the United Kingdom. That's where everything normal about the car ends. The car was stripped back in every way. Even every unnecessary feature thrown directly into the ground. The original inline 4 toasted and replaced with the 1.5 litre i6 slotted in behind the new pushrod suspension layout, pushing the car along with 300 brake horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque, and 41 psi of pressure from its single turbo. The original panels were stripped away and replaced with a carbon body kit that gives it a wide stance with unparalleled stability, especially with its all-wheel drive system, in spite of its meagre £1,300 scale check. It's mad, and you're probably mad for driving it, but from a looks, have you ever expected anything less? The Wolf Pikes. Wolf Motor Company brings its first venture into hill climb, the Wolf Pikes. The 2-door single-seater puts out 300 horsepower from its 2-litre 90-degree V8 with a 5-speed sequential transmission. The 2-litre engine propels a 716 kg all-wheel drive monocoque chassis supported by double wishbone suspension in the front, pushrod in the back. Notes with this vehicle say it's oddly fragile, so we'll see how it survives the run. onto the times. In last place is i6 Inc. with a 2:46.651. Then it is Macro with a 2:34.99.2. Wolf takes third with a 2:33.54.7. Even Work finds itself in second again with a 2:30.868, leaving first place to Sundo with a 2:30.705. These are the points. And now let's add them to the totals. Round 4. Police Cruisers. The Bskit PDs were looking to replace their cord scepter interceptors that have been serviced since the 80s. Their only requirement for this round is that the cars are illegal. Cost-based tests will be applied to the cars alongside the standard performance tests. And our testing route will be the East Coast URA Street Course 1.